We have defensive lineman Edward Vesterinen, Eddie V. Questions for Eddie?
Eddie, give your thoughts of how the defense performed this past week.
We're not great. We didn't play up to the standards. I think as a whole defense, we didn't play as we used to in the games before. I think probably mentally we were still in a bye week. I mean, there's a lot of things that come to the game, but we were not as intense, playing as intensively as before.
Why do you think that was? You have a reason why you guys didn't?
I mean, there can be several reasons, It can be personal, I don't know. It's hard to say, why. Maybe, it was hot there. Past week it was cold here. I mean, we just came from a bye week. Maybe mentally still in a vacation mode. So, I mean, there's many things that can factor in that.
How do you get that turned around this week, especially obviously the disappointment of how it ended last week? How do you put that emotion behind you?
I mean, it's next play. Football, that's the mentality. It's next play. You mess up, you gotta do well the next play. You can't let the past affect your next play. And I think we have a great opportunity now to show how we can bounce back from our loss. And really, we cannot let this loss define us and our season. And we need to be tough, mentally tough, and bounce back from this and play as hard as we can this upcoming game.
That last play, somewhat the focus is on the ball in the end zone, right? But you're on the field. What do you have to do there, and what worked, or I don't know, maybe didn't work? Just what's your job and what happened on that play?
So last play, I mean, I know it's a Hail Mary situation. My job, I was playing no zero. My job was to collapse the pocket and make the QB uncomfortable, make him move. And yeah, I mean, I think I did my job, but there's many things that come. It wasn't just the last play that we lost. I mean, the whole defense played bad the whole game. You can't just put it on the last play. It's multitude of plays before that led up to that moment.
Did you have to explain that to was your mom watching the game or your dad and explain the whole Hail Mary thing to them?
Yeah, I definitely had to explain that. My mom, she thought the game ended when it's already 0 on the clock, but I told her no, they snapped the ball. It's still. Yeah, she didn't understand that the play clock was 0, that the ball was still live. I had to explain that to her, and I mean, the first thing I went back to locker. I looked at my phone, and then I saw her text. She texted me like, "Congrats on the win," and then the next text was, "Oh, I'm sorry." So it was painful, but you gotta live. That's life.
Your play this year, I mean, you've played in the past, but you're playing so much more now. How have you done, and is fatigue an issue for you now that maybe in the past you never really had to worry about?
I mean, I don't think it's a fatigue. My body's pretty well used to the fatigue, but I think I'm very surprised how my body is recovering from the games. And like last season, my body was pretty beat up, even though I didn't play that much. But I think my body gets used to the amount of snaps I play, and I'm being able to recover faster. And Mike Joseph, he does a great job with me getting back recovered.
All that recovery stuff they have downstairs, all the equipment, all the machines, beds, whatever. Do you use that?
I mean, I use everything. Ice tubs. We have this new light bed. I love it. I use the float tank, the cryo. I mean, all of those things, they're very helpful to us.
What's it like getting in the cryo machine? That sounds a little frightening for those of us who haven't done it.
I mean, it's the same thing as you almost like fully submerge into an ice tub, like from your neck down. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just 3 minutes. 3 minutes long.
Not painful? Does it hurt? I mean, it's obviously cold. What's it like?
It's just a little bit cold. Your body, you can feel how your blood from your arms like go back into your stomach, and it just I think it recycles your blood so that you can get fresh blood to your muscles to help the recovery. But it just feels a little bit cold.
You mentioned how the team kind of maybe mentally was still kind of on the bye week. Devin talked about he has a 24-hour rule to get over games, whether it's good or bad. What's your process to get over a game like that? And then now, as more experienced leader, one of the leaders of this team, how have you helped the other guys be like, we can't change that now, we got to get over it?
I mean, today we reviewed the film together with the coaches, and today is like the last hour of the 24-hour rule, and you just need to be self-critical about the mistakes you did and write those down so you can remember in the future. And I mean, once you look at the film a couple times through, you know, you gotta let it go. It's I mean, to help my teammates, you know, you just gotta focus on Oklahoma State. You just gotta forget about Houston right now because you can't do anything about it. So just all focus on the next team you're playing against, because the game is every game is as important as the next one.
You mentioned that your mom thought the game was over. How do you keep? You've got like 1 or 2 plays got to go back on the field. How do you keep from also thinking that it's over after such a play happened?
So after the touchdown. Yeah, after we made the touchdown, I was happy, but I knew I was still kind of stressed out because I know I had to go back to the field and anything can happen. I wasn't really really excited. I was happy, but I knew that I had a little bit stress in my mind because anything can happen once ball is snapped, like anything. So I knew I was nervous about it, even though we made the touchdown at the end.
Okay, anything else for Eddie? All right.